สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ
ไปนะครับ
โอเคขอบคุณครั
ขอ
บ
บคุณครับ Ready for a break? Hey folks, good morning. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm on my way down the road here. I've noticed a kind of a morning place where some vendors gather, and I need a couple items today to make some street food at home. I've just learned how to make this dish, and I'm going to share it with you guys today. But first we got to get the ingredients, and I think we can get everything we need down here just on the side of the road where these morning people are kind of gathered. So we'll take a look at that, and we'll shop for all the things we need. But first, before we do that, let me show you what we're making and why we need it first, and we'll come back here. Today, we make Som Tum. I'm just going to shred up some papaya here. This takes a while. This is probably the longest step. So, also probably the least favorite step. So yeah, we're making a Thai papaya salad today. Papaya is kind of like a national fruit, and this is kind of like a national dish, very popular. I just can't be bothered to shred all this papaya up. I'll let my assistant take care of that, but don't worry, I'll take you through the whole production of this, and we'll make a Som Tum. Alright, so that's some of the ingredients we're going to use today. Get you a better shot of that. But we got chilies, garlic, palm sugar, lime, peanuts, tomatoes, and long beans cut up. And then that's the papaya, all shredded up. So yeah, now that you see what we're making and all the ingredients we need, we can go and shop around for it. Now, I'll let my assistant do most of the shopping here. I just rather have a look around and kind of snoop around and see what I can find. This is my first time shopping here because it's kind of new. This area behind me in the mornings now is kind of turned into a little impromptu market. Just a couple produce sellers and some street food vendors. Doesn't take much, and it kind of draws a crowd. But it's convenient, it's cheap, and they got what we need. So one of my fears here is that more and more vendors come and draws more and more people, and then it could get shut down because they're really trying to curtail things like this where a lot of people are in the same space. So we'll see what happens. So far so good, but you know, if it stays like it is down to a low roar, it might be okay, but if it gets too much, I can see them clamping down on this. So here's a 10 baht cart right here. A little misleading, not everything's 10 baht, but a majority of things are 10 baht. And they have the key ingredient here. They have the papaya, which are actually I think 20 baht here. And this is how you want them. You want them nice and green and firm like that. You don't want them orange or even they'll get yellow, and they get softer as they ripen up, just like any other fruit. They've got tomatoes here. We'll need a bag of those nice firm little tomatoes. And yeah, long beans. Look at that. We'll get some of these long beans. We'll cut those up. Now the amount of stuff we're buying here is we're probably going to spend close to 100 baht on this stuff, but we'll probably be able to make 5, 6, half dozen servings of Som Tum with this. And if you bought that on the street at the street cart, you're looking on the low side at 35 to 40 baht, and on the high side 45 to 60 baht, just depending where and what kind of Som Tum. I'll talk a little bit more about that later because there are some variations. I'm making it the way I like it. It might not be the way you make yours or eat yours, but that's how I do mine. So anyway, I'll talk more about that. Let's go back and whip some up. So the first step in making a Som Tum, you want your chilies, your garlic, your sugar, palm sugar, all that goodness to go in there. And then you just start beating it around. And every once in a while you kind of scrape it off the side like that. But you want to make like a paste. You're going to pulverize it all. Get it all mixed up. Just keep it scraped off your little bat here. I'm not any kind of professional doing this. I usually buy my Som Tum. But given the current circumstances, why not make my own? Because you're supposed to stay home anyway, right? You can put a little bit of this in as you go. But the next main ingredients, got this pretty well pulverized up here. We're going to throw the peanuts in. Get all that goodness in. And then these, you're just going to give them a good squeeze in there. Squeeze all that lime juice. Oh, I guess you could use, I got a bottle of lime juice you could use. It's like imitation lime juice. It's not the real lime juice, but in a pinch you could use that. Might not be quite as good. And then it's going to depend on the quality of limes you get. Some limes are not good either. You notice it's a mix. It's sweet, it's sour, it's salty. They don't come much saltier than this. Give it a little shake here. You get these about, whoop, I don't know, 27, 28 baht. I've had this for a year. So measure a spoonful of this out.
So different people use different ingredients in their Som Tum. There's an ingredient that a lot of folks use, a dark, murky type liquid called Pappaya. I don't care for that, so I don't put it in the Som Tum when I make it.
Alright, so to the point, we're just going to put the rest of this in. We'll get to beat the rest of the pulp out of the limes as well. Look at this. Look at that. It's really starting to look like something now. Oh yeah. There's a couple different kinds of Som Tum. I'm making Som Tum Thai. I don't put the black crabs in. I don't like dried seafood, so I don't put the little dried shrimp in. There's a lot of different ways you can make it. You make it the way you like to eat it. I just make it my way, the way I like to eat it. So, one of the last ingredients, the papaya. And I gotta really mix all that. Get a good mix on this. All right. As you go, taste it, and then you can add, like if you need a little bit more saltiness, just a little bit more of the fish sauce or num pla. If you need more bitterness, lime, need more sweetness, the sugar, you get the point. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. This is a nice sized portion too. This isn't one of those little small portions you get in the plastic bag at the street fair. This is a full size restaurant portion. Look at that. Make sure you get all the juice. That would be like the dressing of the salad, I guess. Oh, look at that.
So I don't know, but I think for a novice maker of Som Tum, I think this looks pretty legitimate. But the important thing, if you think about it, more than how it looks, is how it's going to taste.
Best Som Tum I've ever had. Oh. If I can do it, you can do it. It's that easy.
Yeah, so I'm not just saying that either. I really believe that was the best Som Tum I've ever had. When I get it out, especially at street carts and things, they either put not enough chili, too much fish sauce, not enough lime. You know, the lime, they like to skimp on the lime because the lime's kind of expensive. It's one of the more expensive ingredients. And I like a lot of lime. I don't like much fish sauce. I like to go light on the fish sauce. I like a lot of chili. I use, I think, 7 chilies. A lot of times they'll only put 4 or 5, especially if they see a foreigner. They don't want to make it too spicy, but I like mine on the spicy side. But it really is a great dish. It's kind of like a national dish. I believe it has its origins in Isan, but nowadays it's pretty ubiquitous in Thailand. Just about everywhere you go, you can find somebody on the street or somewhere making up some Som Tum and selling it. So I know the people really enjoy it. So yeah, if you want to try to make it the way I make mine, I will go ahead and throw up a quick list of the ingredients I used on the screen, so you can pause that if you want, and I will also put the same list in the comments below if you just rather have something you can copy and paste or whatever. So yeah, there's a little bit of how to make Som Tum at home, and what ingredients you need and where you can get them. So I guess that'll do it for this episode. Let me know if you like episodes like this. I might be able to whip up some other street food at home or something, who knows. But I'll go ahead and leave this off here, and I'll thank you for watching, and until next time, bye for now.